Hey guys, welcome back to my Practically Imperfect Life. Today I wanted to share about an event that I was a part of earlier this week that I feel would be a fantastic opportunity for homeschool families to be a part of or to look into organizing for homeschool groups and homeschool co-ops. It is called the Edible Book Festival, and it's hosted by different libraries all around the United States. There happened to be one that was hosted by a local college library, and last year was my first year participating in this event. Essentially, what you do is each participant chooses a book, and it can be any book. It could be a children's picture book, it can be a novel, it can be an adult book, fiction, nonfiction. The choice is yours. And then you create a food item that either represents the book or is themed after the book, or can be a pun of the book title. Some people will look for recipes or meals that are mentioned within the book, and then they will create that recipe to share as well. At the event, everyone has their own display table, and we're encouraged to come up with decorations for the table or theme out the table. Some people will wear costumes. I found a costume that I felt went along with the book I did this year. And then people come through for the first hour and they simply tour the tables. They look at the different displays. They chat with us about the books that we chose. And that was really the most fun part about this event. People of all ages attended. We had families with young children. There were a lot of college students since we were on a college campus. There were older adults, and people remembered either reading that book in the past or having really loved it, having it read out loud to them in school. And it was just wonderful to have those conversations with them about books. And at the same time, also getting to talk to them about the things that we had made. Now, I run a part-time baking business, so naturally I wanted to feature some of the things that I can do as a baker. And I made a series of cakes, and that gave me the opportunity to also share about my business with the people who were attending. After the first hour, the people who are attending go and they vote. They choose what they think is the funniest design and the best design. And then that award is given out. And then after that, we start serving. Everyone cuts up into different serving sizes, what it is that they made. And again, the participants can come around and they can choose which things they would like to try and then vote for what they feel is the best tasting option. And it was a lot of fun. I feel like the library at the local college did a fantastic job organizing it. It has grown every year. I believe they had over 200 people come through and actually check out the displays and be there for the taste testing. So it was wonderful to have a lot of different families come and attend. This would be a fantastic idea to see if your local library can organize. Again, it is something that is done at lots of different locations nationally, and it would be a wonderful thing to participate in. You do not have to be a professional baker to have a display here. There were college students taking culinary classes who had displays. There were just individuals from the community who were interested. Teachers and faculty from the school were there. Some of us were professional or semi-professional bakers. There also were families with their kids who did displays. Last year and this year, there was at least one family that I saw where they had a young son who had chosen the book and had helped with creating the food items and decorating them. What a great thing to get your homeschool family involved with. This would be a wonderful opportunity for your children to pick a book that they really love and then pick a food item they would like to make. So they're getting the reading in, they're getting to share about the book, deciding how they want to display it, and then of course getting practice either cooking or baking something. I also feel like this would be something wonderful to do with a homeschool co-op if you're a part of one. Different children and different families could choose to have a display up there, and then maybe you could arrange a day. It only takes about 2 hours to run this event, and the only thing you really need to have prepared in advance are tables for people to use and serving items as far as plates and forks and napkins. So really simple to set up and to organize. Anyways, I wanted to share a little bit about this event, show you some footage from it as well. Now, I chose the book The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe this year. I had a really hard time narrowing down book options and just getting inspiration. But once I had chosen a book, it was hard to decide on just one thing I wanted to do. There are so many key images from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And last year I had done the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So I'll show you an image of the cake I had done for that. I had done a larger tier cake, and I had created these 2D displays to put up on there. They were all made out of gum paste. They were all hand painted with food dyes. and I loved it, but I didn't want to do the same thing again this year. And I also wanted to be able to feature a couple of different techniques of decorating and different flavors of cake. So I decided to do 3 cakes. The first cake I did was a vanilla cake. I took a large round cake, cut it in half, and layered it together. And I did a fondant covering over it and then painted it with food colors. And that's just a technique that a lot of baking artists will do when we are decorating either sugar cookies that are covered in royal icing, or if we're decorating a cake that's covered in fondant, is you can actually use food dyes basically as watercolor paints and you can paint it. Then I wanted to do kind of a Barbie style cake to represent the White Witch. Now I know I didn't match her outfit exactly, either what's illustrated in the book or what you see in the movie version, but something that was similar enough. And I did try to, I tried to style poor Barbie's hair. It did not work as well as I had hoped. I put so much hair gel in her hair and tried to create the dreads that the witch has in the movie. Barbie's hair just wasn't gonna cooperate. But I was overall pretty pleased with how that one turned out. That was a chocolate cake with peanut butter buttercream filling, and then I covered it with chocolate ganache, and then I covered it in fondant. And then the last cake was, of course, Aslan, because if you're going to have the witch and the wardrobe represented, you also have to have the lion. And this was a lemon cake with raspberry buttercream filling. It was covered with a white chocolate meringue frosting. And that, I think, was actually my favorite out of the 3 cakes. And that was the one that most of the kids really seemed to enjoy as they were coming by the table. Anyways, I thought I would show you a quick video clip of the different table displays. I had gone around and asked different participants if they would mind me taking a quick video of their display. So for your viewing pleasure, here are some of the displays from this year's Edible Book Festival that I participated in. And for those who are wondering, yes, I did get voted best design in this event. That was a really exciting thing to win because, again, it's voted on by the people who are attending the event. So very excited to have won that award, and it's got me thinking about what I want to do next year. I've actually already chosen a book for next year. I have this big elaborate design in mind. I just have to figure out a way to execute it, but it'll be a lot of fun. Anyways, if you would like to find out more about Edible Book Festivals, I'm going to go ahead and try to link some resources down below in the description box for you if you would like to check them out. Thanks so much for joining me for today's video, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Happy homeschooling.